Okay, so just unfortunately, when I cut open this bird, I did destroy the testes, and so you can still basically see one of them here. And that is where, so this is a male, and this would produce the testosterone. So definitely in mating season, the testes are far, more active. Here's the second one here. It's a paired system. Now, if this was a female, she would just have one ovary and one oviduct. So those, both the sperm and the eggs would find their way, again, through this cloaca, this little opening, that's the shared opening for all those three systems that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to remove these testes. Actually, I guess I don't need to. I want to now focus on the respiratory system. And so here again, we have our heart, large organ, and then to either side of it, just like in us, we have lungs here, a little hard to see, but this is the one lung, and here is another one. But unlike us, birds have all these extra sacs, air sacs, that are very, very thin, and most likely in the dissecting of this bird, I have obliterated them, but you might be able to see like this sort of structure here just behind my probe. That's about almost the thickness of a soap bubble. That is about what these air sacs look like, is little structures that have no blood vessels, and they act really as bellows. They are not muscular, but they are surrounded by muscle, so the birds can move their the air from those air sacs into the lungs in a sort of in a respiratory system that is incredibly efficient and sort of a one-way flow. So let me go back to that. Let me find that on here. In the book, you've got this image that shows the lungs and then these air sacs that can expand and then collapse, pushing air into the lungs. And we'll talk about that in a different lecture with a little bit more of a formal view. But lungs and then air sacs throughout, several different systems of air sacs that are throughout the abdominal cavity, and even some near the thorax. And so that is that. Now, back up to the neck, we want to talk a little bit about how the birds get air into their system. And so this is the trachea, very similar to our trachea. And I want to finish with this one because to me, one of the most magical things about birds is their song. And so you can see in this trachea that there are some tracheal rings made of cartilage. We have the same kind of tracheal rings. In fact, since I'm in this room, let me just pull a model down. These are the tracheal rings in us. Let me there we go. That's our trachea with the cartilaginous rings. In a bird, it's basically the same thing. They give it structural support. And at the base of the trachea is the trachea actually split in two and become what's called the syrinx. I don't know if we'll be able to show that here, but in the syrinx you have this amazing ability for song to arise. And what it is the syrinx. You can see this image here in your book. Basically, the syrinx is a set of cartilaginous rings that also have a kind of a tympanic membrane that's stretched between the cartilage and the muscle. And so the tympanic membrane is taut, and the muscles are controlled by the bird to sing the song that it learned once, or if it's a mockingbird, like the one singing at 3:30 a.m. every single night in my front garden, the unpaired, unbonded male that's learning new songs throughout its life. But that would be at the base of this trachea. And so I don't think we'll be able to, let's give it a shot here. Cut in there and see if possibly we can get to the syrinx. But the trachea, you can see, is going to go all the way down. I think it's going to be too hard to see any detail. And really, what you can see best is from the book. But here's that trachea traveling all the way down, where it will eventually split into two, just like ours does, into two primary bronchi that then enter the lungs. And that concludes our dissection.